again today for another video recipe. What we will prepare today are stuffed bell peppers in a kind of a different way. So what you need are 2 bell peppers, 3, 4, depending on how many people are eating, but in this case we have 2 bell peppers, a couple of Bratwurst links, casing removed and crumbled. This is pretty much a little over a cup of Italian farro, partly boiled. I cooked it probably 15 minutes with salted water, and then you drain it and you let it cool down to room temperature, or you refrigerate it. It lasts really long even when it's cooked. This is about a cup of handmade ricotta, 1 egg, a pinch of Italian sea salt, extra virgin olive oil, always from Italy and Italian, peeled some Marzano tomatoes. This is a 14-ounce can. Now, I have not made this before, so we were gonna pretty much play by the ear, so I'm not entirely sure if we will need salt, because homemade ricotta is kind of salty, and so are bratwurst or sausages, and I'm not super sure we will need the egg. I will figure it out when we will be making the stuffing. Right now I am going to go and wash and clean the bell peppers, and I'll be back in a short time. And here we are. We washed our bell peppers and removed seeds and inner ribbings, and we cut them in half. Try to cut them in a way that they would both halves would stand without basically getting soaked in the sauce. So we're gonna put our ricotta, which, as we said, is handmade, so it's way thicker than a store-bought one. I'm gonna add our crumbles and oh yeah, we will definitely need an egg. So, and we will most likely not need any salt here. The only thing is that we will be seasoning with salt the tomato sauce that we are going to prepare, and in which we're going to cook our stuffed tomato bell peppers. So here we go. There will most likely be probably a little too much stuffing, but oh well, we will overstaff. Oops. Okay, we are pretty much done. If you like it, some grated Italian Parmigiano Reggiano or Grana Padano will be perfect in this mixture. So here we go, and stuff our bell peppers. Once we're done with this, I'll chop up some Marzano, and then we will be heading to our cooking station and start with the sauce and cook the bell peppers. as I thought, we have a little bit too much stuffing. And we will definitely leave it here because it's way too much to even overstuff the bell peppers. So just give me one moment, I'll clear everything and I'll be back to chop up the San Marzano tomatoes, and I'll be back in a flash. And we're back. So we'll put all the juice here, so we won't have to deal with too much juice when chopping up our tomatoes. It's gonna really be a rough chop. You don't have to blend them unless you want the creamy texture that the blender would give. Personally, I like the chunks, so that's pretty much how it's gonna be. And now we're gonna transfer everything to our bowl. Oops. And head to our cooking station. So just give me a moment and I'll be back with you on the other side of the kitchen. So we have warmed up, oops, our olive oil. It's not much more than a couple tablespoons. We're just adding our chopped tomatoes or pureed, depending on how you want it. And we are stirring it quickly. Just one moment. Add a pinch of salt. Oh, that was a little bit too much of a pinch. And if you like, right before adding the tomatoes, you can saute a garlic clove until golden and then either leave it in there or remove it. And in one moment we're going to be adding our bell peppers. One, two, oops. One, two, three, and four. And we will cover with a lid, lower to simmer, and let it go until the bell peppers are done to your desired doneness. I like them fully cooked, so it's gonna take at least 20 minutes. We will get back together as soon as the bell peppers are cooked. So see you soon. And here we are. Our bell peppers are cooked, and so is the farro, which I, as said, kept a little bit undercooked. You can, at the end, sprinkle them with some fresh chopped parsley. You could also cook them in the oven, in which case it would be perfect if you would top the bell peppers with a little bit of cheese and just let it melt in the final minutes. It's a great solution for office lunch and or whatever, work lunch, because it's great warmed and even at room temperature, and it's a perfect complete meal. So I hope you will give it a try, and I'm sure you will not be disappointed. There's not much more left to say, just presto e buon appetito!